against its Vice-Chancellor Puleng Linkabula. A report has now recommended that the institution's council as well as management be relieved of their duties. Ndayetso Netonje reports.
The report into UNISA found that there is overwhelming evidence that the functioning and efficacy of both the university's council as well as management falls below the expected standard. It advises Higher Education Minister Blade Nzimande to put measures in place to restore good governance and management at the institution. Nzimande spokesperson Ishmael Mnisi says the minister has noted the report and is currently applying his mind on its contents. Ndayetso Netonje, Eyewitness News.
And 8 people have been killed and several are missing after heavy rains caused flooding in Italy's northern Emilia-Romagna region. Authorities say 14 rivers have broken their banks, flooding 23 towns. According to BBC, about 5,000 people have been evacuated and some had to be rescued from roofs by helicopter. The Emilia-Romagna F1 Grand Prix this weekend has also now been cancelled. A partly cloudy Thursday in store for Gauteng tomorrow with afternoon showers and thunder showers. Both Joburg and Vereeniging dropping to an overnight low of 9 degrees, peaking at 21. Pretoria 10 and 22. Lerato Hufela, Eyewitness News.
News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
Connect with Thando.
WhatsApp 066 3818 609.
This could get you in a draw to get the keys to a new home.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited. Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored. High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions. And most importantly, independent in mind. This is a normal response. Are you ready? Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Yeah, it was a difficult day for us today. So many things. Uncle Alex, and this is for him. One we will remember for many, many, many years. Congratulations to this magnificent football club.
Changing and re-engineering sports on the continent and the world.
Collecting the trophy tonight is Swade. Mamelodi Sundowns, champions. Yet again, a record 16th title, 2022-23 DSTV Premiership champions.
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Is there somebody slipping? Is the goalkeeper going to fumble? The pressure is on the Arrows players. I'm sorry to say it. The pressure is on the Arrows players. The pressure is on the Swallows players. Let's hope they give a performance and make a fair fight. Like Sundowns did here, a really tough game.
From Johannesburg, South Africa, Kevin, 2 guns,
I mean, you look at boxers, you look at their faces at times. There's a sign at times of desperation. There's a sign of worry. There's concern. There's can I, will I.
Boxing is a very lonely sport, Rob.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with you. When I had my loss in December, I got back home. Regardless of what I made there, I felt lonely. I felt alone because I'd lost.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
I can simply guarantee you that this is going to be another hour that's going to be disappearing like it's just, 5 minutes. We're going to get into the meat and the heart of the issues immediately. She's here. She's in the studio. If you haven't looked at our social media platforms, 0607080484, 0607080484. And once again, we are live on the YouTube channel. So go to the YouTube channel, 947/Joburg. And you'll see exactly what's happening in the studio. I don't know if all the fashionistas want to see, hey, what is she wearing? Okay, go to YouTube. I'm not going to tell that part of the show. Mine is to do sport here. Well, a warm welcome on 947. We're also live on Vuma FM, Rise FM, as well as Sowetan Live. So wherever you are around the country, the continent, and the world, this is the place. You can drop us some of your questions and comments as well on the YouTube channel. If you want to engage in studio, 011 8838 947. That is the direct number where you can get a hold of us right here on hashtag MSW on 947. Well, it's been a whole mixed bag of things, this season. Whether it's the headlines of unpaid salaries or boycotting of training sessions, unsettled Royal AM players doing the rounds across social media in recent times. I tell you what, there's never something that you want to see or hear, especially if you're the boss. And especially given the immense hard work that the players have put in for their teams on a daily basis. Remember that these may be superstars turning out on our television sets week in and week out, but when the lights and the cameras are off, they've got families to tend to and also to feed. Now, in this day and age, we shouldn't be seeing stories like this, hey? And that is why we bring the people who are involved to come into studio to clear them. You can't say on radio, hey, I was misquoted. Hey, because then you have to backtrack, find lawyers, go back, and so on. We don't do that. So we give her the opportunity to come in and say, hey, hold on. It's not like that. Shauwn Mkhize is here to give us a breakdown. The good, the bad, the highs, the lows from this season as far as the club is concerned. There's plenty of good that has been done by the club in this campaign, this season. Shauwn Mkhize, President of Royal AM. Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Salman.
Right, Mom.
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Is it good, really?
Always.
Okay.
You doubt it?
Not at all.
Come on.
No, I don't.
Hey. New year, old season about to fold. Still the same. Royal AM, still the same. MSW. But a massive load more listeners tuning in and viewers tuning in at the same time.
I must say that before you go any further,
Yeah.
it's nice to be here. New place, warm. Inala jina sakwa, yabona. Noma ngifaka nje kwi hot chair but ke at least ngihlele endaweni enejina sakwa, yabona nje.
Yini manje jina sakwa? Yathi jina sakwapheni. Yini jina sakwa?
No inevavavum.
Okay. Yabo leli gole ngizwe nakuma social media sitshela ngabo batong.
Batong.
Hey. Oh man, I always say that there's never a dull moment when you're around, and I think that's why your players, your supporters, your haters, your lovers, whatever it is, they are drawn into wanting to know so much about you. But as we step towards the end, I mean, match day 30 has happened for two teams. It's going to be happening for Marumo Gallants soon. It's going to be happening for yourself over the weekend. Basic, simple question. What's the season been like? You as the boss watching your Chargers go out to play, potentially finishing where you're going to be finishing the season.
It's been a tough season for me.
Yeah.
I think you know me. I'm a winner by nature and I always want to win. Even though when people tell me, Oguti, you can't win it all. But I mean, I always want to win. It's been a tough season. I didn't start it well. When it started already, I didn't have a coach. Some of my players were gone to another team. So my start was not good.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, you can see at how the season has unfolded. But overall, I had my fair share. And I always say, in everything that you do, you need to serve, pay the T-shirts and pay the taxes, and you learn from that. But what is nice is that at least I'm not going to have a dramatic game 30 like the ones that I have on the other years.
So you're feeling a bit more relaxed?
I am.
But top 8 would have always been a priority, at least for you?
That was my plan.
Yeah.
If you may recall, I had a 3-year plan. And my plan was to be on the top 8. As I'm saying to you, it didn't unfold as I wanted it to be. But we're still going to play the 30th game. Anything is possible. One will never know.
What's your strong feeling about? I know these games, match day 30. Grrr, no one can at the same time. Now there's match day 30 on Tuesday, match day 30 Thursday, match day 30 Saturday. Just your honest feeling. I mean, you could tell. Maritzburg United were not happy yesterday. Fadlu Davids was not happy. You're the president of a club. You all belong in the same building, share ideas, exchange ideas, chart the way forward for football. What do you feel about this little kinnikongo that we're seeing now?
It's tough. To be honest with you, kunzima ezantsi, kunzima nalaba phezulu. It's tough and it's sad because truth be told, one doesn't want to see any team going. And especially at the bottom, I think it's tough kakulu at the bottom because laba phezulu doesn't matter. Whosoever gets into top 3, it's okay. But there at the bottom, it's always difficult to see one of the teams going. And for now, it's really, really unpredictable. Anything can happen.
But back to the original question, should you all not be playing at the same time?
Yes, I think we are, except for the 2 teams that are playing CAF.
Yeah.
Imarumo and Sundowns. So I think we need to give them a benefit. And Imarumo has done so well. They are going to the semis. And Sundowns is doing so well. So we must give them that, because at the end of the day, if they do well outside of Africa, we are all happy. But
happy we are. That's why we're here. We're watching them. They're there in the background. Because we want them to do well. But I'm just in terms of the planning. Things can be done better. Because I don't imagine Man City playing Southampton on a Tuesday, winning the trophy. And then, we want it to be last day for everybody, like it's always been. No?
Can I pass on that?
I pass, yes, to you to tell me.
No. Can I pass? Can I have no comment on that?
If you were playing Sundowns, for example, last night, and you happen to be, with the luck of the draw, fixtures to play your second match against Sundowns tomorrow, and then it's all there, and you were where Maritzburg are, which I'm sure wouldn't have been the case. Hey, that's why this thing happens worldwide with professional leagues, especially match day last. You got to all play it together.
But some of the things are unpredictable, and I don't think that's what they've wanted. The people that are doing the matches, I don't think that's what they've wanted. But some of the situation, they forced them to do what they've done, and I think it's unforeseen circumstances. But if you are saying it can be planned properly, maybe yes. But who knows? Who'll come to the final? Have you ever anticipated Marumo Gallants going this far?
Well, if they qualify, we can anticipate anything. I think that's football. Football has always taught us that. We can't write them off. Maybe you want to write them off in the league, but not in CAF.
No, we're not writing them off anyway. I'm like saying...
I hear you.
It's unpredictable. Like you're saying, football is football,
Royal AM, have you come to a decision now, as it usually does, of players that are going to be staying, those are going to renew, those aren't going to renew their contracts coming into the next season?
Yes, we have. We've discussed that. It's towards the end of the season, and we have started the process already, because people that we are not going to keep, I think it's only fair for the club to let them know early so that they are able to scout and look for the teams that will take them for the next season.
So you've let them know, so only they know, or you've let them know but also released a press statement?
No, we've let them know. We've started releasing quite a few.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, have you released a press statement? Does the public know who are those players that are leaving?
Not as yet, but there's quite a lot that have left already as we speak.
Give me an estimate. Is it a double-figure number of players?
For now, there's 6 that have left already.
Just purely contractually? No other reasons?
Nope.
Let's get the crazy news out so that by the time we go to the break, we're done. We hate rumors, we hate headlines, we hate things that I can't even verify. So when they say players at Royal AM are not being paid their salaries, so non-payment and Shauwn Mkhize, I don't understand. Is that true? Is it false? Is there a level of truth to it?
I don't even want to give this thing any life, because you know me.
Yeah.
And anyone that knows me knows exactly that I'll never do that. The reason that I've got accounting background, I know how to budget. So I'm not even going to give life or light to that because I'll never do that.
Your lawyers did. Was you had to come out with the legal letter that disputes that?
The lawyer?
Yeah, there was
lawyer.
the statement that
The
came
lawyer.
through.
For the person that was not paid.
No. To protect the club, to deny the accusations. I'm saying that there was a legal and a release that came through citing your side and obviously rubbishing those allegations.
I did say something. I put out a statement. And to be honest with you, Robert, I don't even want to entertain this. Because we've got a lot of things that we can talk about, that we can clarify. You know, if something has got no factual stories to it, I don't even want to give light to it. Those that know me, they know.
But you're to protect the image of Royal AM.
Image or no image.
Yeah.
I'm one person who's very cognizant with people's salaries. You know, and I mean, I'll never understand if a club really doesn't have to, if it doesn't have the money to pay the players, what stops them to go to PSL and ask for the loan? Because those opportunities are there. And for me, anything that I do, I start with the salaries first. I start with people first before myself. So that's why I'm saying to you, I don't even want to entertain this.
Does it not worry you about the source, where it comes from? What are they doing? Is it something of a negative slant to try? Because it must worry you somehow, because the story doesn't just pop up. With you and your vision, you don't want negativity.
Robert, I think last year there was a story of saying that my players are staying in a rubbish area. I'm sure you know my facility.
Yeah, Maritzburg, yeah.
You know my facility. So these things, they will pop out. And whatsoever that is popping out, I'll never stoop to their level. And what I can tell you, I'll never allow life to dictate to me, because I dictate to life. And I'll never entertain the noise of the world. I'll never stoop to that level, because I don't want that. I'll always correct them and tell them one and the same thing. Go to my book. If you're lacking factual stories, you'll find a bit of factual stories there. And what is wrong with the media if they've got a story to call me? Robert, if you need me, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm accessible.
That's what I said.
Why will a person jump
bring
to
me
a
here.
story, write a story without my comment? It's got their own ulterior motive, and I don't want to even to entertain that.
You know what people hide behind? They hide behind something called
A source.
A source, umgosi, reports say, or sources say, as you rightfully say. But the one source that I will bring to the studio is you. The one source that I will bring, you'll say your part, and you know, at times we don't always have to agree. And there's nothing wrong, and that's a beautiful thing. And you'll continue. You're not going to shun the show for the rest of your life, you know. And that's how it should be. It should be as debatable as what football is. You know, when people say, man, please, coach, substitute. That one's like, no, you shut up. What are you saying? What are you doing? So in direct talk, as we head to the break, you're rubbishing any of that. You don't entertain it. Players played. Others are leaving. About 6 of them have already been told that they're on their way out. We'll then come after the break and talk about the way forward.
Okay.
We'll talk about other... Yeah, let me not preempt it now, but yeah, there's a great deal. There's also something that I've heard, which might be true, and it's a positive thing. One of your players potentially going to a club overseas, Uzbekistan, or maybe that is also wrong. I don't know. I don't know, and that is why.
I'm here.
The president is here.
I'm here.
To tell us about whether or not, I don't know whether she's going to be getting dollars or pounds for that transfer if it happens, but yeah, stick around.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Thabo returns to his parents' house for the 20th time this week to use their Wi-Fi. Thabo has his own house. He's 35. Come on, Thabo. There are easier ways to get better internet than that. Like MWeb Uncapped LTE, where getting connected is as quick and easy as putting on the kettle. And when you have MWeb Wi-Fi at home, you won't have to spill the tea to your mom on your love life. Visit mweb.co.za to find out more. MWeb, better internet, better you.
OpenView brings you UltraView, adding flavor to your viewing with exclusive Indian shows. Enjoy dramas, romance, reality, and Bollywood blockbusters by activating the Spice Bouquet on UltraView. It's one decoder to unlock the excitement at an affordable price while still enjoying all the free OpenView content. Get your OpenView decoder from all leading retailers today. Add the Spice Bouquet and enjoy UltraView.
Our man Oscar's night shift just started, but luckily, so has tonight's game. With his attention switched to the pitch instead of the parking lot, he needs just one more result going his way.
Away! This is the final hurdle in Oscar's multi-bet.
With Win Boost, another great feature from Betway, every leg he adds will boost his win by up to 300%.
And there it is. It's a shoe.
He came in like a thief in the night. What a goal. What a win boost. All thanks to Betway.
T's and C's apply. Licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. For gambling counseling, call SARGF on 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp 076 675 0710.
For almost a century, Robertson's has been famous for flavor. Now it's your turn. Are you known for your flavors? Can you make an ordinary dish extraordinary with Robertson's spices? Then we want to make you famous for your flavor. We've already made 3 home cooks famous. You could be next. Go to whatsfordinner.co.za, follow the steps on the Robertson's tab, and you could win. You and Robertson's, famous for flavor.
This is 947.
947.
We'll take this Decofin Emmy dining chair, please.
Absolutely, madam. And how many for you?
1.
Excuse?
1.
The Emmy comes in a set, madam. Like a pack of wolves, 6 for 299 each. You cannot be taking Emmy away from her family, Emmy.
Get the deals you love with our legendary set specials. Save more when you buy dining, bedroom, kitchen, or office sets at your local Decofin or decofinsa.co.za. Decofin, the best deals from our family to yours.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
From Johannesburg, South Africa, Kevin, 2 guns,
WBC Bridgerweight silver champion Kevin Lerena, ladies and gentlemen.
Does he have a roadmap to eventually getting to Tyson Fury and those guys to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world?
Great question, Kevin Lerena. The champ is here.
When you fight the big names, they want something to go with it. They don't want just a guy with 29 wins and 2 losses. That's just a record.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from your boxing ability, but they want a guy that when they sell that ticket, when they sell that pay-per-view, it makes sense. Because a lot of fighters get criticized for fighting opponents that don't, excuse me for saying it, but don't put asses in seats.
Yeah.
Good luck to #MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Rob and Madam President. Madam President, I just want to say that I admire the charisma that you brought into football and also want to compliment you and Team Sogazi because so far you guys are the only club presidents that sits with your supporters during matches, and also with many of your Royal AM matches not being televised. It's very difficult to follow the updates on your Twitter page because there's limited information that is being shared there, and I just want to find out from you who's running that page and are they being checked on the content that they share, because it's very difficult to follow Royal AM on that page with limited information that is being shared around the club. Thank you so much. It's Tebogo here.
Tebogo, thank you so much. That is what we call constructive contribution to the show. Tebogo's question, do you pop around? I mean, do you check out your own clubs, Twitter, social media pages? Obviously, he's picked up that he's not happy with it.
Okay, I'm not on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But Real AM is not a lot on Twitter as well. We're on Instagram. But I'll speak to the person that is running our social media to be proactive and active on the Twitter account. Thank you for that info.
17,000 followers on Twitter. I know that you're in the millions on Instagram, but it could be for different reasons. I think people admire you for different reasons. It's not of you blowing vuvuzela at the stadium. You are... I think in people's eyes, you're a trendsetter for many things. So at times, Twitter becomes that tool for communication.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Hence I said, I'll get to the person that is dealing with the social media to be more active on Twitter. those are constructive criticisms, which one must take into consideration and fix them.
Yeah. I don't even want to tell you when last this was updated, but when you talk social media, he then talks live games. And I remember the same thing that was said about 2 seasons ago by Shauwn Mkhize on the show. He says, unfortunately, depending on what team you are, you're not going to get your live games week in and week out. You're not going to get first option live TV coverage. Is that something that worries you at all? I mean, you're one of the premiership teams. There should at least be a level of consistency with who gets live games shown.
I beg to differ.
Mm.
Maybe in the 30 games that have been played, 20 of my games have been on TV. And there was a time where I was complaining about it, but I ended up saying it's okay. I have to live with it.
You complain, but you're okay with it. That won't make sense to anybody, because
No,
if you
I've complained.
complain-
I was like, why are my games always on TV when I'm away or I'm home? And I ended up not fighting that. I just stopped. I said, it's okay. I have to live with it. But if I can be honest with you, out of the 30 games, maybe 20 of my games on TV.
Is that enough?
I'm cool. I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
But here's a fan who says they follow you. They follow the club. They want to know more. They want to see more. So his complaint is twofold. Lack of TV coverage means he will rely on Twitter. Then he goes to Twitter. Then there's no Twitter coverage. So he then becomes lost in what is going on. And that is why, as the president, in terms of fixing that, it's one or the other, or both.
Okay, I will fix the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I can assure you that. But it's not a lot of games that they don't see for Real AM, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But out of those 10, like I'm saying, 20, I know they're there. And the Twitter will fix. But I'm not sure if I'm comfortable, because for me, I'm building the young generations, the young kids. Sometimes when the games are on TV, they get automatically that screen fright. But it's good to be on TV, I know.
It is.
But not for all the games. We must give, there's 16 teams.
Mm-hmm.
We must share it equally.
Can be a game Friday, Maritzburg,
Mm.
Friday night. Saturday, can have a 3 o'clock kickoff, 5:30 kickoff, 8 o'clock kickoff. Sunday, the same, bam, bam, bam. And you'll find at the end of the day that everybody gets a good balance. Everybody gets to be seen.
That's what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
we must share. You can't be having a club that's got 20 games on TV and have one that's got 5, have one that's got 4. There must be a balance so that we are all equal.
Yeah. And people are going to say, in life, nothing is equal. Because there are those who will say, if she's got 20, we walk away with 30 games. And they have had 30 games. They will have 30 games that would be live on TV by end of match day 30 on Saturday. So those are the ups and downs as well. I talked earlier about, I was going to try and get as many of these issues on the wrap. Is any of your players heading off somewhere, not in South Africa, outside of the borders of the country?
Not as yet.
As yet is a confirmation. It's just a duration of time.
Okay.
Spit the truth.
Real AM's intention is to create a relationship with international teams. And you will be seeing some of the players from Real AM, especially the young players, visiting on the other side, but not as yet.
So the news of Shauwn Mkhize going, and he's not a youngster in terms of football internationally, but it would have been a good news story. Is he? I know you're looking at the beautiful walls there, but it's a beautiful platform to confirm this to all of us, so we can celebrate it.
Shauwn is my boy, is my child, is my son. He's I think when the time is right, you'll all know what's happening with anyone who's going anywhere.
You are Shauwn, he's Shauwn, surely. Assure us.
These are my kids. I love them all, and I've got a special spot for them. Hence, I'm trying to give them the proper platform that I think it will be good for them. But the time will come, and I'll come to you and I'll tell you. I'll confirm whatever that needs to be confirmed.
Okay, so I'm confirming to you that I know of FC Nasaf. They are in Uzbekistan.
I don't know about that.
That's all I know. And I just want you to confirm and say, you know what, this is a beautiful thing if it happens.
You will see Royal AM players going overseas, but I'll come and confirm when the time is right.
Okay, so your non-confirmation is my confirmation. So we'll leave that one there. Tebo Khopotsane, Sekhukhune United. Is that a no or yes?
The chairman loves the Potsane.
Yeah.
We've spoke very well. Remember, we have we're fighting that other season, but we've kissed and make up. Yeah, we've kissed and make up, and we talk with the chairman, and he always loved Potsane. Even when he took Oletswalo, he wanted Potsane as well. But Potsane, he feels at home there. He doesn't want to go. He's like his second home there, and he's comfortable, and he doesn't want to go. And I love him too. He's my son too. But he doesn't want to go.
So if he doesn't go, then deal is off.
Of course.
So you've kissed and made up with Sekhukhune. You deal directly, maybe with Brajonas. You deal directly with the people in charge.
Of course.
I think what made you guys not to be able to kiss the last time was your former employee who was touted to be that side. So is that clear now? And your path is okay?
No, we're fine. We're fine. When I gave him Letswalo, we're fine. We've talked, and we've put our differences behind us, and we're civil to each other.
Civil is good. We encourage it.
Of course.
So did the questions.
Good evening, Robert. The name is Litabo. The question that I would like to ask Mkhize, quite a few years back, they were contenders for the league and almost for everything in the PSL. What went wrong? The team was doing exceptionally well, but today they're like an ordinary team. What happened? Thank you.
Do you share those views?
I do. He's quite right. But in any case, even when you're working, you don't get promoted every day.
Mm-hmm.
In football, you can never predict. You can have a good season, you can have a bad season. So you can't have a good season all the time, especially with us. And our plan, as I've told everybody else, last season, we came in, we've over-exceeded our expectation. All what we wanted was to save the status, and boom. We've over-exceeded our expectation. And this year I wanted to be on the top 8, which we are not far off from that. And it was not our season.
But why
we didn't start it well. As I've said, when you started this conversation, I said, everything must have a foundation. If your foundation is not strong, and our foundation when we've started this year, you have seen we've changed coaches, our coaches left, our players, some of the players, they were gone to the other club. And for me, I only want to keep people that our heart is within my club.
But is there a regret of letting Maduka go?
Stability. I'm one person who wants stability. And for me, I believe in good foundation and good stability.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to go. Hence, even now, when he went and it didn't do well wherever he was, I've told you, I came here, I told you my heart was sore. When I came from overseas, he was gone.
Yeah.
But I always believe that everything is a teamwork. I can never say it's only him or it's the players, but I believe in teamwork and team spirit. And if everything is cordial and stable, you'll see the result.
Shauwn is here. Mkhize is here. 011-883-8947 if you want to join the conversation live in studio. I'm also just flicking my eye across at YouTube. Sibonile Kumalo says, asking Shauwn why Unaskimento was released.
His contract was finished. He's part of the players that were released. And we didn't... okay. I'll tell you what is the name of this thing that we didn't activate. Wait. Oh, we didn't exercise our option.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you say his contract was finished?
Yes.
So was it a case of the contract being finished or the player also being finished?
Guys, why are you saying that? The contract is finished. We had a contract that's finished off at the year, and the club had to exercise an option, and we chose not to exercise an option.
Performance not what you expected?
I am not going to talk about anyone's performance. He's a good player. He came from Sundowns. I'm sure he's still a good player. But the contract is finished.
But a good player, you exercise your option, you renew. You give him the pen. You say, Naskimento, come here. Before you go to Brazil again, before you go anywhere, come, let's sit down, let's reward you.
Yeah, but
extend by one more season.
Real AM wants to keep younger players. I think when Andile came in, he made it very clear that he wants to have the younger player, wants to give players an opportunity to showcase their talent. And I think Nascimento is a bit older now, so he doesn't fit the caliber of the players that Andile would like to bring in, the young players. According to, is a good player or not? I think he's a good player, but because we want to bring in the young ones, I think that's the reason.
Are you winning on that front of bringing in the young ones?
We are.
Is next season the youngsters' season?
Yeah, we've introduced quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Tigazi. We started to play him 90 minutes now. There's Clade, there's PK, there is Magwekwe who's holding that position at the center, Umsomi. There is Euskakane at the back. We are bringing in the young ones.
All right, just a quick time here to take this WhatsApp voice out before we go for a break.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa, ukhuluma noSibongile noMkhwani Matafeni. Thanks very much, Brarop, for bringing in Mama Mkhize studio. There is one boy who is playing for Real AM, my homeboy, Umzwandile Jeffrey Dlamini. Is he still part of the team? Because it's been a while. I never see him making maybe an 18-man squad. Thank you very much, Rob. Good show.
Thank you so much, Sibongileni. Madam President.
Yes, Umzwake is their shame. He broke his leg and he was off for quite a long period of time. And I don't think he's going to play now. I think we're going to start seeing him next season because he started training, I think, about a week ago.
You know, when they start to say that the president of Royal AM also runs the affairs at Bloemfontein Celtic, how seriously should we take that?
Huh? But there's no Bloemfontein Celtics, Mos. Which one are you talking about?
Beautiful answer. TTM. Because the franchise of Bloem Celtic is Royal AM. And what was TTM became Royal AM. It's TTM. Yeah.
I helped TTM with players. When they came into the second leg, I had players that were not playing, the players that I said, it's the young stars that I need. I think we've given them 11 players on the second half that we are preparing for them to get them to the A team. So we gave them those players. And yes, we did help them.
Give them on the free?
Yeah, we need to make sure that our players are ready and fit, because the player becomes stronger when he's got the game time. The only way he can become a better player is to play more games.
All right. I can see you dribbling me here. But,
I'm not.
President, let's we won't dribble after the break. We'll ask properly.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Digital gives you 1% cash back when you apply for a home loan online.
Human connects you to credit experts who make sure you get the best deal. Get a dedicated relationship banker, 100% home loans up to 5 million rand, and preferential rates. Enjoy the complete private banking experience with private clients from Nedbank. Digital when you want it, human when you need it. Search Nedbank Private Clients online. See money differently. Nedbank. We are a licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Let's chat things way cool. No, may cool. Like long nights to watch cool movies, series, and shark dance videos on your wide-screened Samsung Galaxy A54 for only 369 Rand per month over 36 months on a 1.2 gig red core data plan with free Galaxy Watch 4 Bluetooth and a 1,044 Rand saving. Deal valid on new contracts till 6 June at Chats Connect stores. SA's largest independent dealer channel exclusive to Vodacom. T's and C's apply. A shark dance video is cool. A shark dance video is cool.
Lotto Star introduces a new level of roulette. Our new Extreme Lightning Roulette live game could redefine your whole betting experience. With up to 2,000 times increasing multipliers, you could win magnificent payouts of up to 10 million Rand. Want to strike it lucky? Bet now on lottostar.co.za. Your world of live games.
Lotto Stars, licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
At Chamberlain's, there's something for everyone. From building supplies for the home renovators to garden essentials for the homemakers. From power tools for the DIY doers to painting supplies for the patio Picassos. We even have coffee for the slightly sleepy and snacks for the young ones. And for the ones who can never quite find what they're looking for, we have you covered too. With our promise to find and source whatever you need. Chamberlain's, famous for hardware since 1903.
The UEFA Champions League is here, and Pepsi is proud to bring you all the action and excitement. If you're thirsty for more epic saves, iconic goals, big calls from the ref, and even bigger cheers from the crowd, it's time to change your drink. Pepsi is here to make sure that every UCL moment is filled with more taste and refreshment. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
In my business, I was always told, look before you leap. I'm more like, leap before you look, because if you spend too much time looking, you'll end up not leaping, and besides, the vantage point from the air is much better. So leap, man, leap.
Become a Sage customer like Miles and set up your business to fly with our helpful accounting, HR, and payroll tools. Visit sage.com today. Sage, helping business flow.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The first ever World Table Tennis Championships is coming to South Africa and also the African continent for the very first time since, listen to this, 1939. Table Tennis SA President Joe Karim.
It's our first ever World Championships in South Africa. And so this camp in India was extremely important. They went through the drills. They were on a complete diet of table tennis, as were. They had the medical and scientific support.
You've put in a lot of hard work. Your team has put in a lot of hard work. I mean, you were voted ahead of Germany's Düsseldorf.
Well, we had to make amends for what they did to us in football.
Oh, payback time.
So we beat them hands down. It was 90 votes to 39.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Rob, and good evening to Shauwn Mkhize there. Wow, for you to be the first lady to run a PSL club and to run it the way that you have, ma'am, from me to you, it is such an eye-opening experience, and it just goes to show that, well, anybody can run a club so long as you have the budget and you have the love and the appreciation of football to take a club from nothing to something, and that's exactly what you've done with Royal AM. Now, being the first female ever to be in charge of a club, how difficult has it been? There's been a lot of tabloids and a lot of journalists that have written you off even before kicking your first official match. Yes, you may have bought the status of Bloemfontein Celtics, but here you have come into a league and you are the president. So how difficult has it been for you to actually take the club to where it is at the moment, knowing that there's many people that have written you off?
Well, Falang, thank you so much indeed. And I could see through her beautiful shades that she raised an eyebrow in that comment. And I probably did too, a little bit. Maybe it's based on factual There's been the Natasha Chiklises of this world. There's been Mama
Mamria.
There's been, there's been Ria Stars with Mamria, etc. Historically, who have owned clubs. Obviously, others have named the clubs after them as well. Based on that technicality. But I think the question still stands about what does it take for you as a woman to be doing what you're doing?
It's tough. And I always say that if you are a woman in the men's territory, you have to work 3 times harder to make people understand that you can do it as well.
Yeah.
But I always say in life, we always look for people to invest in us. And up until you take a decision to say you are the best currency that you can be in the life, and understand that it stays within you. It's up to you to push yourself and be the best version of yourself. It's always that key. So for me, no matter how tough it is, I believe in myself and I always have faith.
Talk about investing in other people. You invest in other people to take care of the club. You invest in other people. You delegate duties. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And we always praise people when there's a delegation of duties for whatever they have to do. But then when they don't, like recently, you got slapped with what, a 50,000 fine for not providing telecommunications to the referees. Might be money to buy ice, but it's a fine. How do you feel about that? Because again, you don't want to be drawn into so-called negativity, and we know.
The way the media and everything and the negativity has drawn into me, it has made me to be so numb, and the only thing that I tell myself is that I'll never allow the noise of the world to derail me from my goals. And I think that's what keeps me going.
Yeah. That's a tough response. That's an expected response. But you're not answering my question. That when you get fined for not delivering those telecom sets to the referees, how do you feel?
If I can tell you the story, yes, I was fined for that.
Yeah.
Because we just said, let's accept the fine. But those telecoms were reported more than once that they were not working. It's not that they were not being brought in. They were not working themselves. You know that it's the responsibility of the PSL to make sure that they're working. But sometimes you let things go and say, I don't want to deal with this. Let me allow it to go. So as much as it came out like that, but there were emails, correspondence, us reporting the fact that they were not working. They took them, they brought them back, they were still doing the same thing.
There's a reason why I asked this, and I'll explain. Was that also made in terms of the submissions legally when you faced the DC to say, you're finding us for something that your very office has not been able to fix? You're not mechanics, you're a football team.
No, we did say, but I think there was no opportunity for us to admit or to deny. The gist of the matter is that we failed to provide and we were fined.
But then it adds on. I mean, I was trying to do a calculation. I mean, you were fined with 1.65 million, with the team being, fined again when you played a game against Maritzburg United. You were fined 4 million for failing to honor the so-called PSL promotion relegation games. So I don't even know if you pay these fines. How do you take the fines that are put on your lap?
I wouldn't like to talk about the fines that I've got before, because you are opening the wounds that I've closed. And those fines, they happen. You saw me fighting, and I don't want to go back there. I think that was the hardest time of my life, and with those fines, some thought I was going to be expelled and never see football again, but I don't want to go back there. That's the past, and I want to keep it there.
So your bank account is not 4 million lighter?
Are you talking about today? That's the past, Robert. Let's keep it there. Can we?
Is it in your book?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Go buy the book.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have the book. Please go read the book.
Yeah, no, I've got it.
Yeah,
It's signed. There's a great
Yeah,
deal that
yeah,
we could
yeah,
talk about. But before I get back to the Celtic story, just a quick question that have come through from YouTube. Is Royal AM in talks? This is from Gibson Ndlovu with Andy Lejali.
No.
Would you be in talks? Would you be interested? Is there somebody that you look at and say, hey, I would love this person to be at Royal AM?
I don't know. Maybe my coach and the technical team are. There will be.
But you as a lover of football, you as an admirer of football players.
He's a good player.
Absolutely.
But remember what I've told you about age.
He's on the wrong side. Zakes Mapongo says, where's Kabozondo?
Where is Kabozondo? He's at the range. I wouldn't know his whereabouts now, but I know he's at the range.
Still employed by Royal AM.
Of course.
What do you say his position is?
He's a technical director and he's in charge of the development.
You'd have seen visuals of... I have a problem with calling people number one, number two, but yeah, let's say it for what it is. You're number one supporter because she's very visible. Mama Joy, not being allowed into a football match at Orlando.
Yeah. She came to me after the match and she was crying. It wasn't a good thing, but it happened. And yeah.
It happened. We saw it happen. But what is the problem? Why would a ticket holding Mama Joy not be allowed into a stadium?
I don't know. I'm not the one who didn't allow it to the stadium, but yeah.
But you would be worried because she's one of your own. She's very visible. She wears your regalia. She promotes the team. There was an unveiling of Mama Joy. Something that hasn't been done. You'd be worried.
I was worried the fact that she was not there, but it was not in my control to understand why she couldn't enter the stadium. Till to date, I don't understand. But it's part of the game.
Is it worrying, though?
It is, because, whatever happened, it's only 90 minutes, man.
No, but your intention is to go to the game. You've paid petrol.
I'm saying whatever happened, there is no reason for personalities when it comes to football, because it's 90 minutes. We only fight for 90 minutes, and after that, we are human again. We are friends again. So,
are they fighting her? Is this like a personal thing?
No, I'm saying whatsoever that was at the gates that stopped her from coming in, there was absolutely no reason for that.
But they're violating a person's constitutional right.
Oh, Nkosi yami. Why do I have to be at the middle of this thing?
You're in the middle of making sure she belongs to Royal AM. We were never there.
I know, but yeah, those things happen. But I don't want to be caught in between a lot of controversy. Already I'm a controversy on my own, and I don't want to deal with other people's controversy.
No, this is not controversy. This is a violation.
Oh my goodness, Rob. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to clarification, because you saying yeah took 30 seconds of the time that's available. I want clarity though, because when you say you've given TTM 11 of your players, etc., but do you have a financial stake, an ownership stake within the team?
But Robert, you should know better than anyone. I can never have a financial stake on two clubs.
Yeah.
TTM used to be Royal AM, so I will always have a soft spot for it. And to be honest with you, I'm sad that it's relegated, because in a true sense of it, it was Royal AM.
Even in players that you gave?
No, but I gave them on the second half. Only 11 players.
Yeah, Richards Bay also needed 11 players. That's why they struggled after 13 games.
But Richards Bay had players. I really don't think they were lacking players. They were doing so well in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
They were number 2. And nobody could have anticipated. And I don't think it's about the players, because they've got good players, competitive players.
Yeah. What do you think it's about?
It's football. Football is football. You can never know, you know. You win some, you lose some.
So if it's just about assisting with the players, then you also assist with the transport. It was like the Royal AM bus transports the TTM players to the stadium,
No,
to
they
training.
were not transporting TTM players. They were transporting Royal AM players.
To a game that you were not playing.
Which one? Which ones are not playing?
In February against Castrick.
Yes, my bus was there transporting my players because they didn't have a transport.
Which players? The ones that you loaned or gave
The ones
to
that
them?
I loaned. They're my players. They went there as loan.
Yeah.
I'm preparing them to come to the main team. They're my babies, those kids. I sometimes go and watch them and see their progress, how they're doing if I'm not playing.
So if there was wrongdoing that happened on that bus, do we blame TTM or we blame Royal AM? Because again, by implication, Royal AM is transporting them.
But anyone can transport any team. We sometimes hire buses when we're in Cape Town. If any wrongdoing done by that bus, who do you blame?
No. You don't blame anyone. I mean, that's a great answer. But it also... but you know what? No. That's why I said that in order to clarify, it's also important to understand. So in your understanding, is somebody like Max Shabalala back at Bloem Celtic?
Where is Bloem Celtics? You keep on talking about Bloem Celtics.
Because, again, I'll emphasize why.
Yeah.
When it was reported that Max Shabalala was heading back to TTM in that guise, right, the fans were not happy because they looked at him as the sellout of the original Bloem Celtic. So if he comes back now and still handles the business of a TTM, then they find it very difficult to understand how is this happening.
Okay, I think I can't talk about TTM's issues because there is a chairman and there's a president of TTM, and I don't think it's my place to answer for that, but I can always answer you about Royal AM and Royal AM players that went there. What happened within the nitty-gritties of there, I don't want to find myself involved in it.
And again, I'll justify why, because I always try and justify why I ask a question. It might seem strange at times because the chairman described the relationship between, the two clubs as a family. Yeah, as a family situation. That's what he said and quoted. So that is why, again, he's not here. I told him at the book launch, I said, how, Baba, you turned us down when we invited you and you confirmed and you went, and he reassured me that he'll come onto the show. So team's relegated, and I'm sure he'll live up to that. So what's your final take so that we move along?
Final take on? What's your question, Rob?
On the TTM story.
There's nothing that I can say about TTM. It's not my club. Ask me about Royal AM.
No, that's why I asked. Was when I see branding on the other side, and you responded.
Yeah.
That's why I say I wish we always have more time to expand on these things. The coaching scenario. You go into off-season after match day 30. Have you had that chat with the coaches? Do they have a job in the new season?
No. Rob, as I've told you, I'm a person for stability.
Yeah.
And I think we've come to a point whereby we understand that we are not going to change no technical team. And I've told you before that if it was going my way, I was not going to change any technical team. Stability to me is key.
20 seconds. What do you wish for yourself?
For myself?
Yeah.
Ish.
Shauwn Mkhize, what do you wish for yourself?
Ish. I wish I could go to the moon now,
to the moon?
Yeah, to the moon, yeah, and visit the moon.
You see, the man that owns Twitter right now, he'll make it possible for you.
Oh, tell him, please. Just get him for me. And he must take me to the moon.
Why do you want to go to the moon?
I think that's something that I would like to experience.
Oh, okay. So I'll tell him instead of bringing Tesla cars, he must take you to the moon.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live.
#MSW.